Welcome to Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. It is American Legion Baseball right here on BSDN Live, Saunders County Online. I'm Kelly Johnson, going to be bringing you the events of the game today. Austin McNorton will continue to bring them for the rest of the season. As we have the teams coming out right now, just want to introduce the SOS players. And so as we have for the SOS, starting off in the lineup for shortstop, Santos. The catcher is Fazell. Third base player is in the third batting position, Kay New Year. Pitcher is Krafka. Center fielder is Whitmore. Left fielder is Carter. Right fielder is Voss. First base, Cromwell. Second base, Donner. For the Wahoo Reds, as they're heading on out, the Wahoo Bishop Neumann Reds, Wahoo State Bank Reds. For pitcher is Jonas Schnackenberg. Catcher is Mac Sledge. First base, Eli Johnston. Second base, Jesse Stebbing. Shortstop, Carson Sabatka. Alex Berry's at third base. Right fielder is Sam Markson. Center fielder is Connor Booth. And Bo Osmera is at the left field. Now we'll come back as we have the national anthem. And that completes the national anthem, and we're ready for some baseball right here at the Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. Again, it is seniors. The Wahoo Bishop Neumann, Wahoo State Bank Reds, going to be taking on SOS, which is Stromberg, Osceola. I forget what the third S stands for, but three teams, three town communities coming together. And so it's a beautiful day as we see temps right at about 78 degrees, beautiful sunny skies, partly cloudy skies, and then we have a nice breeze, about 10 miles an hour coming out of the north-northwest. So just kind of painting the picture, and you can probably see that as we continue on. So again, I'm Kelly Johnson, but we will have Austin McNorton, the normal play caller, coming back in as the season continues. He is still busy helping out with many other projects, including helping out with his own twins. So, again, congratulations goes to him right there. And so now, just a few warm-up pitches from Jonas Schnackenberg right there, getting ready. And we, again, taking a quick at the lineup for the Reds at the pitching mound is Jonas Schnackenberg. Catching is Max Sledge. And then Eli Johnston, first base. Jesse Stebbing at second base. Alex Berry over at third base. Sam Markson, right field. Connor Booth, center field. And Bo Osmera. I was talking to some of the coaches earlier. And, if Wahoo Bishop Neumann Reds play to their potential They could do really well this season. The SOS kind of lost a lot of their seniors and a lot of their players last year, and kind of in a time of rebuilding, and that happens occasionally. So we're just looking forward to seeing how this game. It's early in the season; everybody's learning. Now, stepping up into the batter's box for SOS is Santos, the shortstop. So we're looking forward to seeing what this wind does, because it's actually coming right behind the batter. So if you catch it just right at 10 to 15 miles an hour, you could see a little bit of carry heading out to the outfield. So it's going to be definitely a pitching game right here. So we'll see what Schnackenberg has. First pitch comes in and immediately hit by pitch. So Santos goes. So that sends Santos to first base. Top of the first inning just began. So first pitch, hit by pitch to Santos. Now we have Fizel, the catcher, showing bunt. And the pitch is low and gets out of control. So that sends Santos over to second base with an easy run to be able to get forward into scoring position right away. Now this is I believe the Reds' first time playing at home this season. So obviously going to be, coming out of district play for high school baseball, and now we're turning right around into American Legion ball. Next pitch comes in, it's called strike, so we have a 1-1. No outs, top of the first inning. Be nice to have somebody grilling. Well, there's a concession stand going, so I'm going to see if they can start grilling out here pretty soon, because I'm a little hungry. Could use some Wahoo Wiener hot dogs. Next pitch coming in, swung at, and goes right on down the third baseline. Stays in play, but just not able to do anything with it. Alex Berry looking as if thinking it was going out of bounds, and just didn't put an attack on that. But we'll have to see how that adjusts. So that puts runners on the corner with no outs for SOS, starting off pretty strong on the offense. We have Kay New Year at bat. New Year, a third base player. First pitch comes in. I believe that might have been a ball. We'll have to see what the count is here for a second, trying to get the stats going. And running off to second, but the catcher's throw way too high, goes out to center field. So Max Sledge overshooting second base, going all the way out to Connor Booth, who has to come in, throw it in, and in that amount of time, we see Fizel go around to third. Santos score, so that is the first run of the game with no outs. One ball. Pitch comes in, gets called strike. Need to see what the count is. Pitch goes off to the high, but being able to bloop it, New Year able to bloop it into center field just in front of Connor Booth. And that does bring in another run. So fast striking early, SOS is able to bring in both Santos and Fizel. New Year with a single hit that was able to put that out there. So with 2 hits, 2 runs, runner on first. Throw Schnackenberg sends over to Johnston, not in time. So that means New Year's safe. Krafka is at bat, the pitcher for SOS. Comes the first offering. Bunt goes right on down the third base line. Barry on the attack, sends over to Eli in time for the first out. But not without sending New Year to second base. And that brings up for SOS the center fielder Whitmore. Isaac Whitmore stepping into the batter's box. One out. First pitch comes in, low and inside for ball. Schnagenberg looking to find his pace here. Wind up. The pitch comes in, swing and a miss. So it counts 1-1. One out. Runner on second for SOS. Whitmer swings and second miss. 1-2 is the count with one out. But already SOS was able to bring in a couple of runs, knowing they have to strike fast and strike hard. Pitch on the way, and the throw comes in. So the throw from Sledge to Barry a little high, not able to get the tag. So that means New Year is rounded to third base. Okay, we have one out. Whitmore at bat with 2-2. Swing and a strikeout. Throw it over to first. And then comes back to from first. So Eli Johnson were able to return that to Sledge in time for the tag out. So it's a double play. Able to stop any more damage from happening. But with 2 hits, 2 runs, no errors, SOS leaves the top of the first inning with a lead of 2-0 over the Wahoo State Bank Reds. We'll be back with the bottom of the inning right here on Saunders County Online.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan. Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. Going to the bottom of the first inning, Wahoo State Bank Reds taking on SOS right here on Saunders County Online. So as we take a quick look, the first pitch against Santos, the shortstop for SOS, was a hit by pitch. So that put him on a base and started kind of the damage as well. As Fazell was able to have a hit and then be able to move everybody forward. New Year came in and was able to get around to third base while driving in 2 runs and then a double play. Then Krafka was out, and then Whitmore hit a double or struck out, throw to first to get him out, and then back home to catch New Year trying to sneak home. So that's the wrap up of the top of the first inning. Now we have the bottom of the first inning, and leading off is Carson Sabatka, shortstop. And so we have Krafka stepping in as pitcher for SOS. Here comes a windup in his first offering. We'll see how it goes. And a little high, so that's a ball one. Next pitch, called strike. One and one on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike one, or strike two. So Krafka finding kind of the zone that Sabatka likes the look of. Just getting it past him. Wind up in the pitch on the way. Swing and strike. So 4 pitches, and that's the first strikeout for the game. Actually, for Krafka. Stepping into the batter's box, Sam Markson, right fielder for the Wahoo Bishop Neumann Reds. First pitch comes to him, and that goes low, right at the knees on the inside of the plate for a strike. Wind up in the pitch on the way, swung and not able to connect with that one. So that's an 0-2 pitch coming up here for Sam Markson. Wind up in the pitch on the way, swing and strike 3. So that is out number 2 for the Wahoo Bishop Neumann, Wahoo State Bank Reds. That does bring to bat Connor Booth, the center fielder. Wind up in the pitch on the way, swing and fouled that one back. So tip back, so that is an 0-1 count coming in. Getting a little piece of it, though. That is something that they're working to be able to catch on Krafka as he's pitching for SOS. Next pitch on the way. Goes high and outside. 1-1 is the count. 2 outs, nobody on base. Bottom of the first inning. SOS was able to strike first with 2 runs. Swing and miss. So that is bringing up the 1-2 pitch with 2 outs, nobody on base. Wind up in the pitch on the way. Swung on and connected. That goes straight out to shortstop. Looking to see, was that a catch? That was not a catch. So Santos had to roll to get after that, but not able to make a play over at first. So Connor Booth is able to get to make his way over to first base with 2 outs. That brings up the first base player, Eli Johnston. Pitch on the way, and that is called high.
Number 9, first baseman Eli Johnston.
2 outs, runner on first. Comes a 1-0. Pitch on the way, goes high, but Fazell is not able to make the play, sending it out to Donner as Booth was able to move forward and steal second base. So getting into scoring position, Connor Booth was able to get there, and now we have a 2-0 count for Eli Johnston. Next pitch comes in, swung on, and then connects with that right down the first base line, goes all the way to the fence, wrapping all the way around. So they have one run come in. So Connor Booth able to come in, bring in that run, and then that puts Eli Johnston second base. So with 2 outs, the Reds able to make some make a little noise going on, and that brings in the designated hitter, Isaiah Nagel. Pitch on the way goes high and inside. Nagel having to back off of that one, so we have a 1-0. With 2 outs, runner on second, 1 run in. So Wahoo State Bank Reds 1 score behind. Next pitch goes high and outside. 2-0 coming up with 2 outs. Wind up in the pitch on the way. Again inside. 3-0. With 2 outs, runner on second, 3-0. That one is right down the inside of the plate for a strike. But Nagel with the count on his side, able to be patient. Krafka looking at second, steps off the bag. Johnson stepping back, now getting a lead off of second. Wind up pitch on the way, and that is on the outside edge of the plate. Strike 2. Count goes full for designated hitter Isaiah Nagel with 2 outs. Krafka for SOS was able to battle back on the pitching on that one. Pitch comes in, and Nagel pops that high into right field, bounces, and not able to be fielded by Voss. That brings Eli Johnston in and ties the game up. So now we have a 2-2 game with Nagel on first. And that brings our second base player, Jesse Stebbing, up. Throw goes over to first. So Krafka looking to Cromwell to be able to pull Nagel back on the bag. Wind up pitch on the way. Nagel running and able to slide underneath that and steal the second base. Count is 1-0 to Jesse Stebbing. Krafka looking at Nagel, and that pitch goes high, and Stebbing having to kind of duck underneath that one. Here's the 2-0 coming up. Krafka's checking second base. Pitch on the way. Swing and miss, 2-1. With 2 outs, game is now tied, 2-2. Runner on second. So it's Isaiah Nagel at second base. With 2 outs, the Reds have been able to do some pretty good damage to catch up. Krafka looking to throw in, and that goes inside. Oh, right across the edge of the plate, apparently. It's hard to tell at this angle, so that is strike 2. So we have a 2-2 coming up. Pitch on the way, swung on outside. Throw over to first is in time, and that wraps up the bottom of the first inning. But with a hit and actually 2 hits, the Reds were able to tie that up, as with 2 outs, they were able to do most of their damage, as Eli Johnston was able to wrap around, as well as Isaiah Nagel, and then Jesse Stebbing just not able to get there. But that wraps up the first inning, tied 2-2 at Sam Crawford Field. It is American Legion Baseball. The Wahoo State Bank Reds taking on SOS right here on Saunders County Online.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-07.
Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field. It is Wahoo Reds baseball taking on SOS. At bat for SOS is left fielder Carter. First pitch coming in from Schnackenberg is called a strike. Next pitch goes high, but he swings anyway. It was a very awkward swing, and he pretty much knew he didn't want to do that swing. Oh-2 on the way. Likes the count. Pitch coming in. Swing, and that is strike three. So Carter goes out swinging, and that brings up right fielder number 10, Voss. First pitch comes in, and that goes a little high. Here's the 1-0 pitch with one out. That pitch is just a little high, but swung on, so brings a 1-1. Voss plays right field for the SOS. Next pitch comes inside. Now we have a 2-1. Pitch goes right at the letters on the outside of the plate for a strike two. Count evens up 2-2. Nobody on base, one out. Pitch goes right down the middle. Voss watches that go by for strike three. Struck out. So that's two strikeouts there. And that brings up first base player Cromwell for SOS. Much different situation we're looking at is the top of the first inning. SOS was able to kind of find the chink in the armor for the Reds, but that pitch, off-speed pitch, floats high and underneath, goes over top of the bat as he swung, so it's strike one. Home plate umpire calls time. Letting Cromwell get settled in. Pitch on the way. And hit by pitch. It's the second hit by pitch that has happened for Schnackenberg. So the first one, he started off the very first pitch, hit Santos. So with two outs, Cromwell is on first. Donner, the second base player, is on. And he comes in and he pulls just a little bit too far in the check swing. Strike one. Schnackenberg checking first. Throw on the way, and that's on the edge of the plate for strike 2. Throw coming in and swung. Strike number 3. So that is 3 strikeouts. This inning will have been 1 hit by pitch. So we have Carter with a strikeout, Voss with a strikeout. Cromwell was hit by pitch, goes to first base. Donner with a strike out, and that wraps up the top of the second inning with no damage whatsoever there. So that wraps up 1.5. We'll be back in just a moment with more baseball. It's American Legion baseball. The Wahoo State Bank Reds facing off against SOS on Saunders County Online.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC. Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Well, we're going back into the bottom of the second inning at Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. It's the Wahoo State Bank Reds taking on SOS right here on Saunders County Online. Tied game 2-2. SOS was able to strike early, strike fast with 2 runs in. But with 2 outs at the bottom of the first, Wahoo was able to tie up. First pitch coming in to Alex Berry, the third base player. It's called ball. Pretty close to getting hit by that pitch. Wind up and the pitch just a little high, so that off-speed pitch floats a little bit, and so now we have a 2-0 count. Wind up pitch outside and low. That's a 3-0. Starting off, so Krafka looking to find that strike zone. Wind up comes in, and then that is low, and that is ball number 4. That puts Alex Berry on first base. And now we have Bo Osmera, left fielder, stepping into the batter's box. No outs, runner on first. Tied game 2-2. Bottom of the second inning at Sam Crawford Field in beautiful Wahoo, Nebraska. Wind up and the pitch comes in. Not able to hold on to it, so Alex Berry was able to take advantage of that and get on to second base. Fizel was not able to hold on to that ball or make a play, so now we have a stolen base. Bo Osmera with a 1-0 count. Pitch comes in, goes low and outside, 2-0. Grafka settling in. Did a really good job that very first inning. Looking to find that for the second inning here. So he was able to get 2 outs before the Wahoo bats warmed up. That one came in as a strike, so now we have a 2-1. And Berry running to the third. Fizel not even taking the attempt. So that puts Berry on third base, looking to move home. And the count is now 2-2. Pitch comes in, and that stays right in there. So Osmera just watching that one go by. That is out number 1. Max Sledge stepping in, the catcher for the Wahoo Reds. 1 out, and Alex Berry on third base. Wind up, and the pitch goes low and outside. Fizel having to kind of reach off to the side, make sure that one didn't go out of the backstop and risk another run coming in. Krafka about to deliver the 1-0 to Sledge. Wind up, and the pitch on the way. Off speed, just not able to get a good grip on that one, and floats high over the head of Sledge. So now we have a 2-0 count. Wind up pitch on the way, and that one comes right in. Sledge tempted to swing on that one because it was a strike. Now we have a 2-1, 1 out. Alex Berry on third. Tied 2-2. Pitch comes in, swung on, and chopped to shortstop. Throw over to first is in time, so that's the second out, but not without bringing in Berry for the run. So that puts the Reds ahead 3-2. Now with 2 outs, nobody on base. So Max Sledge with a sacrifice, able to put the Reds ahead. And that brings us back around to the top of the order. Carson Sabaka, shortstop, coming into the batter's box. First pitch coming in, goes low inside. Krafka about to deliver the 1-0. Let's go with that one, and it goes high outside. 2-0. 2 outs. Wind up in the pitch on the way, and goes high outside again. 3-0 to Sabatka. Wind up pitch being delivered, and that one stays right down the middle. Brings a 3-1. Sabatka being patient now as he has the count in front of him. Wind up pitch. That one floats high, where Fizel had to kind of stretch to get to that one, and that puts a walk out there. So Carson Baca now on first base with a walk. Brings up right fielder Sam Markson. Sam going to talk to coach, see what they want to do with this. Now stepping in the batter's box, Sam Markson struck out the first inning. Krafka, or looking to first, steps off the bag. Sends Sabaka back to first. Krafka wind-up pitch, low. Comes a 1-0 with 2 outs, runner on first. Wind-up pitch goes just on the outside of the plate, drops in for a 1-1. Krafka wind-up pitch, swing and miss. And then the throw from Krafka out to Santos, not able to connect. That brings Sabaka all the way over to third base. But that is considered an out, so that wraps up the second inning. So, with a runner left on base, but able to bring in a run, as we saw Alex Berry able to steal second and third and then be brought in with a sacrifice hit. So that does bring us with the Wahoo State Bank Reds leading going into the third inning by a score of 3-2. We'll be back in just a moment with more baseball, American Legion baseball, right here on Saunders County Online.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
So welcome back to Sam Crawford Field right here in Wahoo, Nebraska. And American Legion baseball, and I think we figured out what happened that particular wrapped up theirs. I think Sam Markson was called out because of interference with the throw from the catcher to second base. Now we have, as we've wrapped around, we're top of the inning. I believe this is Santos. Yes, shortstop Santos leading off. Hit straight over to Eli Johnston, who picks up the ball and rolls over to first base for the out. So a grounder to first. And that brings in the Friesel, catcher for SOS. First pitch just outside, but a hair too far outside, so that's a 1-0 with one out. Next pitch gets popped up, but that is heading for concession stand. The ball was hungry. Probably have announcers say anytime, hey kids, grab that ball and bring it back to the concession stand for a treat. Maybe, I don't know. That brings up a 1-1 for Friesel. Pitch comes in, swung on, fired that one back at us, and so that is a 1-2. Next pitch comes on the way, goes outside, so evens the count 2-all. 2-2 with one out. We don't have a runner on base. Schneckenberg's throws in, swung and missed, so that is a strikeout. So that brings 2 outs at the top of the third inning. Colton Newyear stepping into the batter's box for SOS. First pitch comes in, swung on, and that pops over the head of second base. Connor Booth rolling in from center field to be able to pick that up and keep Newyear at first. So that is a hit. Now we have Krafka, number 9, the pitcher for SOS. Schnackenberg throws over to Johnston, trying to keep New Year. Pitch comes in. Throw out to second is not able to tag. So Sledge sends out to Carson Sabatka, but not able to get the tag in time. So that advances New Year to second base. Comes the 1-0. Swung on, and that goes foul. So we have a 1-1. 2 outs, runner on second. So New Year on second base for SOS. Krafka with a 1-1 count. Schnackenberg checking second base. Throw comes in. And goes a little high. 2-1 is the count. Top of the third inning. Reds leading SOS 3-2. Pitch comes in, swung on, and that goes down the third base line. The first throw over to first is in time, stretching. So that Alex Berry throw a little high, but Eli Johnston able to stretch, grab that, pull it in, and that is the third out. And so that wraps up 2.5 with a tie, with a game of 3-2. Wahoo Reds over visitor SOS. We'll be back with more baseball right here on Saunders County Online.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC. Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
It's American Legion Baseball right here on Saunders County Online. Thank you for joining us today. We will be bringing you all of the Reds home games, as well as we'll be seeing what we can do by bringing you state tournament action. And again, it's American Legion Baseball. If you want and follow along with our sister station, BSDN Live, we actually also will be bringing you home games for Valley, Waterloo Valley, and Blair. Plus, coming up, we have a radio station we're building that we'll be able to simulcast that on. It's 99.3 FM KWAB, Wahoo Area Broadcasting. WahooRadio.com is on its way. All right, so we're at the bottom of the third inning. Connor Booth stepping into the batter's box. First pitch on the way, and that goes outside. So Krafka not able to keep that in the strike zone, so we have a 1-0. Reds leading SOS 3-2. Wind up pitch on the way. Wind up in the pitch, and that is the 3-0 is called a strike, so we have a 3-1. Wind up pitch on the way. Swung on and popped up, and that goes shallow. Stays right. Second base, Donner steps underneath that one and reels it in for the first out.
At the plate will be number 9, Eli Johnson, first baseman. Oh, yeah, Deuce.
Eli Johnson, first base player, stepping into the batter's box. Krafka with a windup pitch and gets past him. Windup pitch on the way, goes outside. 2-0 to Eli Johnson with one out. Bottom of the third inning. Reds ahead 3-2 over SOS. That off-speed pitch gets out of control, not able to handle it, and rolls to the backstop. 3-0 to Eli Johnston. There's a windup. Pitch on the way. Right across the edge of the plate on the inside at the knees for strike one. One out. Nobody on base. Pitch coming in and goes outside for a walk. So Eli Johnston gets to first base with a walk. Frizzell calls time to be able to go talk, have a little conversation. And actually, here comes the coach. Talk a little bit about what they want to do here. So we'll give them a moment. Actually, let's see. We'll keep it right here because it doesn't look like they're changing anything. They're just giving them Krafka kind of a little bit of a conversation on how to throw that. What they're looking for. They don't want to make a pitching change yet. Give a little encouragement. So everybody's getting back. So designated hitter Isaiah Nagel stepping into the batter's box with Eli Johnston on first base. Krafka digging in to the mound. Nagel stepping in at the plate. Krafka throws over to first, over to Cromwell, keeping Johnston at the bag. Krafka checking first. Wind up, pitch coming in, and that is strike one. All right. Krafka checking first. Getting set, throws over to first. Not able to contain it, but Johnston sliding, not able to recover in time, but that ball got away from Cromwell. Could have been tempted to try to go to second, but it didn't go far enough to really make a difference. Looks like that was purposely thrown high and outside, so 1-1. Keeping a close eye on Johnston over there. One out, runner on first. Pitch on the way. Swung on and popped down the third base line. And that's going foul, but chasing after it. And Carter was able to get underneath it in the green zone outside the third base line for out number 2. Got some distance on that, but just not able to get out of the park enough. And so Carter, the left fielder, was able to get out there and get after it. Now we have Jesse Stebbing, the second base player. Throw goes over to first. Really, Krafka really keeping a close eye on Eli Johnston. Wind up. Here comes the pitch. Bunt. And that goes foul down the third base line. Eli took off pretty early on that one, but now he has to trot all the way back to first.
Good hustle, Eli.
Comes the 0-1 to Jesse Stebbing. 2 outs, runner on first. Wind up. Pitch on the way, goes outside. 1-1. Wind up the pitch on the way, but Johnson winding around second because that pitch goes all the way to the backstop and sliding into third. So Frizzell throws out to New Year, not in time to be able to tag him. So that brings Eli Johnston all the way around to third base. 2 outs. And to Jesse Stebbing, the count is 2-1 with 2 outs. Eli Johnston at third. Pitch comes in and goes inside. 3-1. Wind up and the pitch comes in. Swung on and pop foul down the third base line. Brings the count full. 3-2 with 2 outs. Wind up, pitch comes in, swung on, and that goes out to third base. New Year picks up, throws over to first to Cromwell, and in time. Johnston made a funny comment. I don't like this running thing, as he went all the way around, not able to score off of that because of the first base out. So that wraps up 3 innings, and we have Wahoo State Bank Reds ahead 3-2 over SOS right here on Saunders County Online.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. Going to the top of the 4th inning as we have a (3-2). They're kind of working on the scoreboard out there, but our score is correct. Wahoo State Bank Reds ahead 3 to the visitors SOS 2. All right. I'm getting it corrected. So for the Reds, or for SOS, it looks like Whitmore comes in. The first hit pops out to center field. Wheeling over, Connor Booth picks it up and throws that in to keep Whitmore from going any further than first. So that comes in as a hit. Showing bunt as we have Carter, center fielder, fouls that back. So the 0-1. No outs, 0-1. Runner on first. Pitch comes in, goes outside from the Schenkenberg. Schenkenberg throws, goes inside towards the knees. 2-1 is the count. No outs, runner on first for SOS. Top of the fourth inning. Pitch comes in, goes low. 3-1. Checking at first, throw over to first. Schnackberg sends over to Johnston. Whitmer was able to get back on the bag in time. Focusing in on Carter. Pitch comes in, goes low, and really not able. No. So Whitmer taking off, but it didn't really matter because that was ball number 4. So that was a walk. And so that would have sent automatically Whitmer to second base. So runners on first and second. Voss, right fielder at bat. Wind up and the pitch comes in, goes high. But he swings at it. Kind of weird. It's like I'm not sure if he meant to do that. Looking back and talking to the coach a little bit, took a timeout. So Voss stepping back into the batter's box. I believe it's an 0-1. With no outs, runners on first and second. Comes a windup, checking out. Pitch that comes in. Showing bunt. Well, went too far forward, so that is strike 2. Schneckenberg checking out before he throws in. Side and outside. 1-2 is the count. Wind up and the pitch comes in. Swing, and that is strike number 3. So that's the first out. So Voss strikes out. Top of the 4th inning, and that brings up Cromwell, who was able to get a hit during the last inning, but nothing came of that. However, we have only 1 out, runners on first and second. Pitch comes in, bunts that, and that was being expected. So we saw Eli Johnson come forward and send out to stepping. The throw over to Alex Berry, not in time, but first base.
Play, Eli.
So that brings up 2 outs. And runners on second and third. And Donner, second base player, at bat. Pitch goes high. Comes a 1-0. Next pitch goes right down for a strike. Low and outside. 0-2. 2 outs. Runners on second and third for SOS. Wahoo Reds lead top of the fourth inning. 3-2. That pitch goes right at the top edge. 3-1 is the count to Donner. Wind up pitch on the way, and that is right on the inside at the knees for strike 2. Count's now full to Donner. Wind up pitch on the way, and that is right there, same place at the knees for a strikeout, and out number 3, able to save from any damage being done. Then that is another strikeout. So, leaving runners on second and third with no errors. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Wahoo, Bishop Newman, Wahoo State Bank Reds 3, SOS 2. We'll come back with more baseball, American Legion baseball, right here on Saunders County Online.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. American Legion baseball can be found right here as we have the Wahoo State Bank Reds facing off against SOS. Going to the bottom of the fourth inning, the Reds leading SOS 3-2. Now we have Alex Berry stepping into the batter's box, third baseman for the Reds. Making some changes.
According to Facebook, you had your family together on your birthday. Yeah. You did your dog thing too afterwards.
So we'll catch up with the changes here in a little bit. Yeah. So Alex Berry at bat, leading off the bottom of the fourth inning. Wind up and the pitch on the way, and that goes over the heads and all the way back to the backstop. So Krafka is still dealing with some control issues there. Wind up, pitch on the way, and that goes low. 2-0.
No, thank you. Hey, why you do that noggin, kid?
Next wind up, pitch goes just on the outside edge. 3-0 to Alex Berry.
Get the hack off.
Krafka with the wind-up pitch. Pops it up down the first base line, wheeling underneath it, but not able to get underneath it. So coming all the way from second base, Donner trying to stay there as Cromwell stayed on first in case they had to do a throw to tag out, but not able to do anything. So Alex Berry getting to first with a hit. And brings up Bo Osmera, left fielder for the Reds. First pitch, it's called strike. Krafka is hit or miss on getting that strike zone. Sometimes get pretty wild, but when he hits that strike zone, he does a really good job at it. Next pitch on the way. Comes in, and the throw goes out from Frizzell to Donner. Actually, to Santos, stepping on second base as Barry is able to steal second. So throw not in time. The second strike is called, so 0-2 coming in. And that to Osmera is caught looking. So that is out number one. Max Sledge stepping into the batter's box. As we have Alex Berry trailing a pretty good distance. First pitch comes in, strike. Off-speed pitch dropped right into that middle. Pitch comes in, hits the ground. Frizzell is not able to handle it, and that takes Alex Berry over to third base. 1-1 is the count. Krafka with delivering the pitch, goes high and outside. 2-1. Wind up pitch on the way. Drops down and gets all the way back to the backstop. Actually, not to the backstop, but Frizzell not able to find it. So Alex Berry runs in for a nice, easy run in. Add to that score. 4-2, the Reds over SOS. So now we don't have anybody on base. And the count is 3-1 to Mac Sledge. And that one was ball 4, so that sent Mac Sledge to first base. And now we have pitcher, let's see. No, now we go back to the top of the Carson Sabatka. But also out there on the field there looking. And we have a pitcher change. So the shortstop for SOS, Santos, becomes the pitcher. And so where does that send Krafka? So we're checking things out to see where all the movement happens here.
How much you charge an hour for mowing lawn? Sam, are you cheaper than Carson or about the same price?
So that sends Krafka, I believe, over to third base. And I think New Year goes to to shortstop. I'll have to double check that because I can't see his number from here. But Santos is stepping in as pitcher at the bottom of the fourth inning with one out. I believe so. New Year is shortstop. So Santos throws over to first, trying to catch Max Sledge off guard. Carson Sabatka waiting in the box for the Reds. Pitch on the way. Throw goes out to second and not in time. Yep, so New Year is over at shortstop. And that pitch comes in and hits Sabatka. So now we have Sam Markson stepping into the batter's box. First two ups, he struck out. So he's looking to step in and take care of business. First pitch comes in, swung, miss, strike one. One out, 0-1. Runners on first and second. Bottom of the fourth inning. Santos with wind up in the pitch. That one drops low. Frizzell was able to stay in front of that, keep it from getting any more damage. There's both Sledge and Santos looking to make a difference. Santos stepping off the bag and chasing Sledge back to second. Pitch on the way. Gets past, and it gets past all the way to the backstop. And so that brings the Reds forward. So now we have Sledge on third and Sabatka on second. Markson with a 2-1 count. Swing and hit and pops that out to left field and drops in. The throw from Carter down does not make it in time. So we see Sledge travel all the way around and make a score. But the other runners stay there, so now swing, and that sends out to shortstop. So New Year hands that off to Donner. So that catches Sam Markson out at second. But Connor Booth makes it to first. And Carson Sabatka is now on third with 2 outs. Eli Johnston stepping into the batter's box. Reds ahead 5-2 over SOS. Bottom of the 4th inning. Connor Booth takes off and is able to get to second base. Frizzell sends it to New Year, trying to see if perhaps Booth will, or, yeah. So Eli hits that right over second base and is short into third and brings in a run. So now we have runners on the corners.
Designated hitter number 2, Isaiah Nagel.
Designated hitter Isaiah Nagel now at bat with 2 outs, runners on the corners. Swing and pops that one straight up, and it stays in play, but not able to get after that, so that is foul. So 0-1 coming to Isaiah Nagel.
Come on, Isaiah, let's go, buddy.
Isaiah stepping back into the batter's box. Santos wind up the pitch. High and outside. 1-1. 2 outs. Runners on the corners for the Reds. Leading 6-2 over SOS. It's American Legion Baseball right here on Saunders County Online. Santos throws over to first. Eli Johnston able to get back on the bag without an issue. Santos wind-up pitch, low and outside, 2-1. Wind-up pitch, and that is low. Brings a 3-1 count with 2 outs, runners on the corners to designated hitter Isaiah Nagel. Connor Booth on third, Eli Johnston on first. Throw goes over to third, and that catches Booth kind of sleeping, as he was not prepared for that for out number 3. So he got tagged out on the rundown. And so that wraps up 4 innings, but not without the Reds being able to drive in another 3 runs during that inning. And so we'll come back as at the top of the 5th inning as we see the SOS trying to do what they can to come back and battle against the Reds, but the Reds leading the way 6-2 right here on Saunders County Online.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field as we have American Legion Baseball coming your way. Top of the fifth inning, Wahoo Bishop Neumann, Wahoo State Bank Reds facing off against SOS. SOS bringing top of their batting order at the top of the fifth as shortstop Santos stepping into the batter's box. First at bat, he was hit by pitch. Grounded out last time he was up. Now he has a 0-1 count. The first pitch comes in as a strike. Next pitch on the way. Low and outside. 1-1. Wind up in the pitch. Outside. Jonas Schneckenberg working through the innings. 2-1 on the way. Swung on, and then that drops out to second base as Jess Stebbing sends over to Eli Johnston. Johnston in time for out number one. Catcher for SOS stepping into the batter's box, number 7, Frizzell. First pitch. It was just a little bit outside. Comes the 1-0. Wind up and the pitch on the way. Across the edge of the plate for 1-1. Wind up, pitch goes inside. Schnackenberg not taking a whole lot of time between pitches. And that is a wild pitch off to the backstop. Just a little outside, as a movie quote would be. Name the movie. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Count goes full. 3-2 to Frizzell. Wind up in the pitch. And that one is high, so Frizzell walks. With one out. And now we have shortstop, I believe now. Oh, wait. Yes. Shortstop. New Year is stepping in as they have made some changes there. Pitch on the way. Low and outside. Schnackenberg. Pitch on the way. That one goes high. You're in the batter's box. Pitch on the way, goes outside. 3-0 is the count with one out and a runner on first. Reds ahead 6-2. Schnackenberg sets. Wind up. Pitch gets away from him. And so that is ball 4. So that walk pushes Frizzell forward. And now brings the coach out. A little conversation. And so we now have pitching change for the Reds. So Eli is coming off. And let's see, where does he go? So looks like Eli Johnston is moving.
Your attention, please. Now pitching, number 9, Eli Johnson for the Reds.
So now we have Eli at the mound. And Isaiah Nagel moves over to first off the designated hitter list. Here pretty soon we're going to take a look to see where everybody goes, but and that may be all of the boom hits. So Barry's still at third. Carson Sabatka is still shortstop. Jesse Stebbing is still okay. So that looks like the change. So we're bringing Isaiah Nagel in off of the designated hitter to play first base, and Eli Johnston is pitching. Pitch on the way for a strike.
Now batting, number 9,
Krafka now batting. We have an 0-2 count coming in. Pitch comes in, swung on, pops that back.
You called it in there?
Okay, so looks like Krafka is out but moves runners forward. First pitch to Whitmer goes low and scrambling to So we have 2 outs, runners on second and third. Whitmer at bat. Pitch comes in and fouls back. So we have a 1-1. New Year is currently on second base. Pitch comes in and goes low. All the way to backstop, but not without bringing in Willis for Willis, who is able to get around. So that brings a run in for SOS. Pitch on the way. Swung on, popped, foul down the third base side. It's a New Year at third base for SOS. Pitch comes in. Goes foul, and throw goes over to first. Not in time, so then that brings in another run. So Whitmer is now on first. Carter at bat. Two runs have came in for So 2 runs have come in so far for this inning. Carter with a swing and a miss. Down to the last strike of the inning for SOS. 0-2 with 2 outs. Runner on first. Reds ahead 6-4. Pitch on the way. Swing and not able to find it. So that wraps up the top of the 5th inning. But we do see a little bit of damage come in as SOS is able to bring in a couple of runs. Well, we're going to come back as we come to the bottom of the 5th inning with the Reds at bat right here on Saunders County Online.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's American Legion Baseball on Saunders County Online. Soon we'll be able to add it on to the radio station we're building here, 99.3 FM, wahooradio.com. Continuing to work and build that up. Currently we have Wahoo Bishop Newman, the Wahoo State Bank Reds taking on SOS. Bottom of the 5th inning as the Reds are ahead 6-4. Isaiah Nagel stepping in to bat as was a designated hitter, but now he's a first base player. First pitch comes in, goes low and outside, ball one. Wind up in the pitch from Santos, again low. 2-0. Wind up, the pitch comes in, and that Nagel has to back off a little bit of that. Then we have a 3-0 count. And that pitch goes high and outside. So Nagel makes it to first base on a walk. Jesse Stebbing, the second base player, is stepping in to the batter's box with no outs. Runner on first. Santos checking runner at first. Pitch comes in. Stebbing swings at it. So we have an 0-1. Santos checking first. Wind up, and the pitch comes in. That goes high. Looks like the wind is shifting a little bit from the northwest. Certainly could affect everybody a little bit. Coming now more from the northeast. Having to make some adjustments there. Santos throws over to Cromwell. Nagel able to get back on the bag without an issue. Stepping back in the batter's box. Pitch comes in, goes low. Frizzell sends out to New Year, trying to get the tag at second, not in time, so Nagel able to steal second base. Brings the count 2-1. Santos throws out to Donner at second, bringing Nagel back to the bag. Santos really keeping close eye on that second base. Wind up, pitch comes in and hits Stebbing. So with no outs, puts runners on first and second. Third baseman Alex Berry stepping into the batter's box with no outs, runners on first and second, bottom of the fifth inning. Sam Crawford Field, absolutely beautiful day. Nice breeze, about 10 miles an hour. Mid-upper 70s, about 76, 77 degrees. Wind up, the pitch comes in. Berry swings and pops that back. Foul for a strike one. Santos checking runners. Sets. Wind up and the pitch on the way. Goes outside. 1-1. Donner stepping close to staying on that bag. Pitch comes in, a swing. Miss. So 1-2 is the count to Berry. Berry last inning was able to make it all the way around the bases. Actually, he has been across all the way around the bases twice so far this game. And that one comes in low. 2-2. Count is even. No outs. Runners on first and second for the Reds. Santos checking second. Pitch comes in, and that is right in there for a strike 3. Barry left looking. And brings in. So that brings up Alex Borchers. First time at bat today. With a throw over to second base, called safe. Nagel. Pitch comes in. Borchers swings and strike. 1-1 with 1 out. Wind up in the pitch on the way. Swing and strike 2. Santos checking base. Pitch it comes up and swing. Borchers pops that back. Foul keeps it 1-2. Beautiful day at Sam Crawford Field as we are at the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch comes in, goes low outside. Nagel with the attempt, but not able to get there. Frizzell over to Krafka was able to be in time for the second out. So Nagel trying to steal third base, just not fast enough. Pitch comes in, goes inside, but stabbing, taking advantage of Frizzell's lack of holding the ball, so now stealing second. 2 outs. Count is full to Brochures. And that is ball 4. Alex Borchers walks. And that brings up catcher Mac Sledge, number 13. Walked the last time and is able to make it all the way around the bases. Pitch goes low. And advances runners. So now we have Stebbing advances to third base. Borchers advances to second base. Timeout because that pitch got Frizzell. And so they're bringing some water out to him, giving him a chance to rest. A little bit of a timeout here. Don't want anybody to get hurt, no matter what. And catchers definitely are in a dangerous situation as they have all of the fastballs coming their way. So Max Sledge stepping back into his gear. Taking a little bit of time. That one really caught him. Wahoo State Bank Reds leading the way so far this game, 6-4. So both teams were able to get 2 runs in on the first inning. The Reds able to create a lead at the bottom of the second inning. Stayed that way till the bottom of the fourth inning when the Reds were able to capitalize and bring 3 runs in. Top of the fifth inning, SOS able to drive in 2 runs. That brings us to the current score, 6-4, Reds on top. Sledge back into the batter's box. 1-0. That pitch goes high over the top of the head of Sledge. Frizzell having to really reach to grab some of those. Pitch comes in. Sledge sends that over to New Year. Throw over to Cromwell was wild. And that brings in 2 more runs as both Nagel, as both Stebbing and Borchers were able to finish around the bases as that wild throw over to first. And so that kept, and so Max Sledge was able to ground and stay on base. Coach having a conversation. So he sends Santos. I believe Santos is headed back to shortstop. And Krafka back into, oh no, that's not Krafka. That is New Year is coming back in. Is
Now pitching number 5, Colton New Year, third base, was playing third base.
So New Year went from third base over to shortstop. And now Santos goes back to shortstop, and New Year now becomes the pitcher. And that's at the bottom of the fifth. So Santos pitched for basically 1 inning. I believe Krafka stays at third.
Blue, you've got one in the cage in case you wonder.
So third pitcher for SOS. And now they're warming up. Let's see. Yep, Cromwell's still there. All right. Well, again, thank you for being a part of our coverage of American Legion baseball at Sam Crawford Field. It is the Wahoo State Bank Wahoo Bishop Newman Reds facing off against SOS. Bottom of the fifth inning, the Reds lead 8-4. 2 outs, runner on first. First pitch coming in to Carson Sabatka. So we have a 1-1. The first was a ball. He swung on strike on the second. Comes a windup in the pitch from New Year. Is swung and strike 1-2 with 2 outs. Runner on first. New Year with a windup in the pitch. Swung on and popped out into center field, and that gets over the head all the way out to the fence. That takes Sabaka to second base and able to bring in Max Sledge. Max Sledge able to go all the way around. That gives us a 9-4 game at the bottom. So Vodka with a 2-base hit. And brings up Sam Markson. Able to get on base last time. That ball goes low and outside. 1-0 with 2 outs. Next pitch again outside. 0-2 or 2-0 is coming up. That pitch goes high. 3-0 to Sam Markson. New Year's pitch again outside. Sam Markson. Patience paid off. Gets to first base. 2 outs, runners on first and second for the Reds. Connor Booth stepping in. Swings and pops that foul back. Wind up the pitch. Popped up straight out into shallow center field. Whitmore wheeling in. Not able to get underneath it. And that brings in Carson Sabaka and sends Sam Markson all the way to third base. So that is a 10-4 lead with runners on the corners. Is that Nagel, I believe, at bat? Eli Johnston at bat. Pitch comes in. 2-0 with 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Bottom of the 5th inning. 10-4. Reds lead over SOS. It's American Legion Baseball right here on Saunders County Online. Swing and pops that out to center field and hits the fence. Brings in 1 run. Wrapping around the corner and brings in another run. So Markson comes in. Booth comes in. And so Eli Johnson, a two-run hit. And that is, I believe the run rule has just taken effect. 12-4, bottom of the 5th inning. So that is the final. As, yes, the run rule takes effect as they are 8 runs ahead, the bottom of the 5th inning. Walk-off run, 2 runs come in, and that wraps up the game. So, again, the Reds taking on SOS, a little bit of battle at first, but start to get their bats warmed up and looking forward to a great season. Well, that wraps up my time here with you guys. Hope you enjoy American Legion Baseball as we continue on. Again, thank you to sponsors like Wahoo State Bank, Medicine Man Pharmacy, Rivalry Apparel. Don't forget Rivalry Apparel. They're getting ready to make all of your fan gear and custom-made attire for the next season coming up for the next school year. Don't forget to plan ahead. And, of course, you let them know what you need because they are your biggest fans, and they'll help you show off being the biggest fans for your team as well. That's going to wrap up. I'm Kelly Johnson. We'll bring you more Reds baseball on Saunders County Online, and I believe on Tuesday, as we'll be able to be out here yet again. So until then,